Okay, so today we're taking a look at the Honda Motocompacto, the actual successor to the original Motocompo. Now, as you probably know, I'm a huge Acura and Honda fan or enthusiast, and when I saw this thing drop, I just knew I had to get it. Now, I did pre-order this thing before the original deadline of December 2023, and Honda said that this thing was going to be delivered in a month, so around January of 2024. Now, eventually I did get an email from my dealership, which is how you actually pick this up, is from the dealership. And they did say that my order was going to be delayed maybe a month or two due to supply and chain issues. Now, eventually I did get my order delivered around April of 2024, and here we are today. So let's open this up and see what you get. Now, for reference, we have our part number down here. If you want to order this for yourself, you can actually go to the website, Honda website, and order it as well. Or you can just go into your dealership and you can order it that way as well, both from Honda and Acura. All right, I'm sure there's a lot more tape to it, but hey, I can't wait. Oh, that's easy. It's like a big iPhone or Mac device. Here's a handle here. Can I get it up? Can I get it up? Oh man. Here we go. All right. And here it is, guys. This thing is pretty cool. Let's put this down. It's pretty cool. They got Motocompacto right here. It's in white. It's gonna be hard to see. 3 tabs. This just comes open, I think. There you go. Let's get this out of the way here. There it is, guys. Wow. I want to get a picture of this. This thing looks, look at this presentation, guys. You got this lightning bolt right here. That's a pretty cool presentation. I'm kind of stoked. All right, so let's try to get this out. Let's try to get this right here. This looks like the charger. Pretty cool. This is all intentional. Look at the design. It looks like the Motocompacto, the size of it and the shape of it. Let's just lift it up. Oh, there it is. All right, let's just, is there a handle? This is supposed to be, here, there's a handle right here. It's already secure. We'll take this out. Put it right here. All right, so here it is, the Motocompacto. The first thing here is that you have this thing made out of plastic. Pretty nice, not a big deal. You have some reflectors in here for nighttime riding or driving. You also have a headlight in the front with a reflector and one in the back as well. You have this big old canvas right here, so you can put stickers or whatever you want on here. And they actually make kits now, wraps you can put on these things to customize it to whatever you want. So it is pretty nice. Now the first thing here is this thing here, I have to keep it up. So let's put the foot peg down. All right, boom. Pretty awesome. And let's not waste any time, guys. Let's just assemble this, get this thing here going, and see how it looks. As you saw, here's your footrest right here. There's one on the other side as well. You also have some non-slip grooves on here so that your feet can stay securely on the footrest. There's one for the other side as well. Let's open it up. All right, so let's get this handle out of here. And there's a button right here you press, and this thing comes out. Goes back in pretty securely. Now, although this here is plastic, the internals are like steel, like aluminum. So that's pretty good. There you go, straight up. So that plastic is off the handle. And the handle is pretty nice. We'll take a look at this later, but you have some leather right here. It looks really good. Now, there's supposed to be a lever in here to extend this. Here we go. And that should extend this. Put it back in, lock it in place. Now we want to lock this in place. There's a switch right on here, a lever. And that locks this in place. Wow, that's pretty sick. Pretty cool. There's your handle right here. That's set up. Let's get the seat out. The seat is actually inside here. Let's see how that is. Pull that out. The seat, some of the same soft material, almost like the leather here on the handle, same color, so it matches, but goes down, it locks in place. Put this up, and then it locks. Pretty good. Now let's see how I put this thing in here. I don't want to screw it up. That looks good. This looks like this curvy part, this curvature right here, goes to the front. All right, so this thing is 90% done. Let's just extend the rear wheel. And there's actually a lever on the other side. Hopefully you guys can see it. And we're just gonna extend it out. That's unlock. And then all we gotta do is pull this wheel out. Wow. I'm gonna lock it back again. That's fully out. That's pretty freaking tight, guys. Whew, and there it is. That looks sick. I wish this was in black. We can paint this Honda logo maybe red or black. I'm surprised there's no stickers for it. This thing here is rated for weights up to around, I wanna say 260 to 265 pounds. So a pretty heavy person actually, not too bad. So let me get on it, just see how it feels, and I'll give you my impressions. So here we go. It doesn't feel too bad. And now this seat here is a little bit small, obviously. The padding, I can see it getting old pretty quickly. But besides that, it feels good. Nice. All right, so let's do a quick overview of this Motocompacto here. Now, as far as the specifications on here, we talked about the weight limit around 265 or so pounds. This thing goes up to around 15 miles per hour, and you have a range of around 12 to 15 miles. So this would be the perfect vehicle or bike or e-scooter to get around in a city. If you want to go to work, or you're going to a concert, a festival, somewhere downtown where parking is really tight, this thing here would be perfect for that. Also, if you want to just go to the park and just ride around on a nice summer day or a fall day, this would be kind of perfect, to be honest with you. So let me just power this on and see how it looks. So I'm gonna record this right here. All right, so we'll have to charge this thing for sure. I thought it would be charged a little bit. All right, so the charging port for the Motocompacto is right down here. Just open this plug here, this port. Ooh, pretty nice, interesting, unique. All right, we're plugged in. Green, all right, flashing green, so it should be charging now. Pretty freaking cool. Take a look at that, it's flashing. The back was also flashing at one point, now it's steady. All right guys, so the Motocompacto is charging. We'll give it a few minutes, maybe an hour or two, and then we'll take it for a spin. And then I'll give you my impressions on its drivability, how fast it is it adequate? How does the app interact with the actual bike here? And see how it goes, guys. Okay, so here's the Motocompacto. We're gonna go for a test ride here, a test drive. It's all set up. Okay, so let's get on this thing and get it going. All right, so I have my other 360 camera down here. I'll pull it out a little bit later for a different perspective. But for right now, we're just gonna get a feel for it. Power button on. Looks good, we have a full charge. We are in mode 1. Let's go to mode 1 first with a little kick assist start and see how that goes. All right, let's do it. Here we go. All right, this is smooth roads out here, so it should be pretty smooth and easy. And this thing is kind of natural. It feels good. It comes natural, like riding a bike, as they say. Torque is there, 7 miles an hour. Now in this mode here, you're limited to 10 miles an hour. That's full. And it's showing 11 to 10 miles an hour. It feels good. You don't really even have to use the brakes. This thing is good for like smooth roads like this, but I can feel every little bump in the surface, which is not bad. All right, let's go to mode 2, and that should be from a standstill, 0, and it should have a higher top end speed, around 15 miles an hour. And let's see here, we're already at 10, which is good. Not bad. Let's go top speed. 14, 15. Not bad. As you can see, This road here is super smooth. We'll go back here to where we started off. Give it the beans. 13, 14, 16. That's good. I'll take 16. Slow it down a bit. Slow it down a bit for the stop sign here. I haven't touched the brakes once yet. We'll see how that feels in a few seconds here. Let's try it now. The brakes work. All right. I actually like the fact that it gives me a little bit extra than promised. It promises around 15 miles an hour, and it's giving me 16. Let's pull up the 360 camera and see if we can get some good views. Hopefully it works. No big deal. But this should be pretty cool. We're gonna turn left right here. Yeah. I'm liking it. Sick. So much fun. All right, here's some. Ah! It's a little bit crashy when it comes to unprepared surfaces. We're gonna turn around here. And go back. It's a little tilted here on my phone. This is great. No one's behind us. Take this corner right here. Pretty cool. All right. Let's see if we can make a U-turn right here. Slow down a bit. All right, no one's coming. And there we go. Acceleration isn't the greatest, but it gets up there. Pretty cool. Still showing like full battery life. 16 miles per hour. I wish it was faster, maybe 20. Give me 20. Turn here. Woo! When you get off the gas, it does decelerate pretty fast, so that's pretty cool. Not bad. And here we are where we started. All right, so here it is. Motocompacto. Pretty cool. Good fun. Really good, solid bike. So tons of fun. Now, if you're maybe in a city trying to go from your apartment or house to a cafe or get some lunch, this would be pretty much the perfect thing, actually, because you can just park it up next to you and you have an abundance of range. 12 miles. The app is pretty cool. It shows you actually where you can go, your range, how far you can get. And if you want to put a route in there, say, for example, you want to go to a store, a cafe, or any place for that matter, you can look it up. It'll tell you how long it takes to get there, the distance, and if you'll have enough charge. So say, for example, you're going to go like, say, 5 miles, it'll tell you you can get there, and then your battery will be at, say, 55%. Besides that, it's pretty cool. The seat, it's okay so far, but I can see that it can get a little bit uncomfortable after a few minutes. So overall, if you want a little vehicle, a little toy, or a little, I guess, electric car or bike to go from A to B, the Motocompacto isn't bad. I do wish there were some more updates on the app to do some more interfacing with this, like changing modes or just doing different things. But for right now, it just gives you information about the health of the battery, the GPS coordination, where you can go to and from, and that's pretty much it. If you have the money, here it is. The Motocompacto was a big deal. People didn't know how good it was at the time. We never got them in America, but here's your chance to get the successor to it. It's electric. And we don't know how this is going to age, meaning if it's going to go up in value, or if it's going to be a collector's item. I don't suspect Honda's going to continue making this forever, but there is some demand for it regardless. Now, hopefully there's a version 2 of this, maybe a performance model, maybe a Type S or a Type R. Honda is known for doing that. Maybe give us a little more range. But I do think that this one's going to be successful enough where they'll probably make a second version. Hopefully they do. It might be more expensive, but maybe a little bit more top-end speed, maybe 25 miles an hour and a little bit more range. And I think a lot of guys will opt for that, including myself. If I can get a second version of it, then I would. For right now, I'll keep this one. Now, if you want to buy one of these for yourself, I'll leave links down below where you can find it. And yeah, let me know what you think about this down in the comments. All right, we're boat riding. We both got our Motocompacto, finally.
I would be drag racing out here, okay?
Drag race. Can't take her serious.